Hi everyone, it's Jerry. I have a fun game to share with you in this one. This is the game between Rey Enigma, playing on the white end, a finalist on the show Spain's Got Talent, and Rey Enigma is playing against the legendary Anatoly Karpov, the 12th world chess champion. This is a fast game, a blitz game. Each player only has 3 minutes each to make all their moves. I'll have a link to the video in the description if you'd like to check out this final episode of Spain's Got Talent. And I had to watch it in slow-mo in order to track down all 83 moves of this 3-minute game. So if you're quick with math, you'll know that both players are on average ripping off these moves once every about 2 seconds. So really flying here. I'll be making some light comments along the way, and in the end, I can't seem to get away from doing this little tail of the tape. We'll get to see, in other words, the quality of play in this game. And it was far from flawless. There was, in fact, a surprising back-to-back blunder in this one. So this setup that white is employing is one I've gone with myself many a times. It is super solid, but there is a great deficiency. And that deficiency is eventually you run out of ways to improve your position, piecewise and pawnwise. Black does not experience this issue. Black is able to play with the pawns on the queen side. B5 is the start of this. And because of this break on the queen side, a target is created in white's camp on the queen side. What target is this that I'm speaking of in this particular case? It's B2. A point that's now in the crosshairs, and this now forces white into a defensive posture. The knight has to run in reverse in order to babysit the pawn. We have a knight exchange. The queen is looking to slip into H7, easily offset with the knight on F6, a very stable piece, especially now that there is not a dark square bishop around or a knight close by to rattle its post. There's some pressure now on G2. Convenient reply by the knight. The queen is now assisting in defending B2. Black presses on the queen side further. C4 is a nice reply. Pressure on D4 now. That's defended in the following way. First retreating the bishop. Rook goes back to the 8th rank. D4 is now secure, and black makes sure that these pawns stay disjointed. Given a move, I think B3 would be a nice move to get in to strengthen that C4 pawn and maintain this duo. From here, white presses in the center, grabs some space. Bishop B5, queen F3, a good defensive move. A knight, if allowed to get to F5, there's tactics right around the corner, maybe a capture here, maybe a timely check. So the knight is neutralized by the bishop. Bishop for knight exchange, black preferring this strong knight over the bishop in this environment. Queen to B4, there's now a threat on G4. The only way to defend is bishop F5. Nice centralization by black. And what is this back-to-back blunder I spoke of at the start of the video? Well, it is right around this point here. Black is now regaining the pawn with knight takes D5. After check queen G3, knight F4 is a big, big blunder that was not capitalized on. We could have very well seen the game end at this moment right here. Rook E3, and white will be winning a piece. Where do you move the queen and defend the rook? It's only this square, but after rook takes rook, queen takes rook, there goes the knight and the game. Rook E3 was not played. Instead, rook F3, and the knight simply moves. We have a queen exchange and now a technical phase, bishop versus knight position, equal material, super solid structure, and now the black king is going to find it much easier to approach the center. This guy is way out of play. This pawn was poison, by the way. You can't take because of this fork on D5, so king F8. Now it is a threat. Now it's defended. The king continues to improve. The white king is far away from helping out. There's a fun little tactic here by black. If he wanted it, he could play rook g1, and after it captures knight f3, you get the piece back, and then I believe soon you'll be hunting the b3 pawn. King b4, king c3, crushing move. The rook is now dead. There's no safe squares for the rook. In the computer's eyes, best is to go ahead and grab the knight. I believe the practical decision here is to not give black a fast, not give black a passed pawn so easily. Black would get that if you go ahead and take the knight. So the attempt here was a practical one. Rook to e2, and after knight takes rook, the king at least goes towards the center. This is now completely gone for white, but as mentioned, this is a super fast game. Not a lot of time in this one. In fact, as soon as this final pawn is captured, the one on b4, each player only has 8 seconds left to complete the game. And in the end, with this 83 mover, we have Rey Enigma just a tiny bit faster than Anatoly Karpov in this one. Black ran out of time, but since white doesn't have any way to possibly win this position, the end result was a draw. So I found this to be quite interesting, just a fun game. I wanted to see that quality of play. I wanted to check out the moves first of all, and yeah, the quality of play on this one in the end, we can see far from flawless. Here we go. Many ups and downs to this one, and this was the big opportunity right here. After knight to f4, white had a winning shot with rook to e3, missed that, and never had a winning attempt. And then it was the 12th world champion who was winning at the very end, but ran out of time, so the end result, a tie ball game. So in the end, having a look at the average centi pawn loss, this is code for quality of play. The lower the number, the better, is the quick explanation. A 36 for Rey Enigma and a 25 for the 12th world chess champion Anatoly Karpov. So again, just a fun game. I wanted to share that one with you, and maybe you found it interesting. Feel free to leave any feedback to this video in the comment section below, and hope you found it a little fun. That's all for now. Take care. Bye.